This is Jane Marie.
And this is Soko.
You are now listening to the Queer Ambition Podcast.
The Queer Ambition Podcast is the only podcast celebrating rising LGBTQ professionals,
providing advice on navigating the modern workplace,
and discussing polarizing topics within the community.
Now listen up.
All right, so Queer Ambition Podcast, we're welcoming Canvas, DJ Canvas, birthed from bass with the unprecedented energy. Canvas creates musical experiences that blur bass genre lines and spawn a welcoming chaos. Her dedication to self-expression and passion for bass sounds are infectious, inviting, and unrelenting. Since 2013, she has been curating and spreading bass heavy music from the heart of Atlanta to music festivals throughout North America. Her production style and stage presence are a breath of fresh air in the electronic scene and something simply to be witnessed. It is no doubt that she is a rare talent with her unbridled passion, ambition, energy, and intensity. She consistently delivers music that touches the mind, body, and soul for a full spectrum bass experience. Let's welcome DJ Canvas to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast, DJ Canvas.
Thank you. I am honored to be a part.
And then also, I have a note in here because it was your birthday the other day. You're a fellow Aries.
Oh, yes. Fire sign.
Fire sign. But you're a March Aries, so it's a little bit different. It's not the same.
It's better. That's what you're saying, right?
That's not what I'm saying.
Yes. That's
not what I'm saying, but go ahead. All right, whatever.
But yeah, welcome to the Queer Ambition Podcast. It's going to be a good interview.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
So how old did you turn?
I'm 29 now. Yeah. Right now, the last years of my 20s.
How does it feel?
Yeah, how does 29 feel?
So, I'm going through a little bit of a crisis. I'm like, I need to work out every single day now. I need to change what I'm eating. I need some more kale. So, yeah,
it's real.
It does feel good.
It's real. Enjoy it though. 29 is fun, I think.
It's like,
do you mind me asking how old are you guys?
I'm 29 too.
Okay.
I'm 29, but I turned 30 next Thursday.
We turned 30 this year.
Ooh, what are you going to do? Dirty 30.
Actually, it's going to be a turn up for both of us.
Oh.
Soko, tell her what you're doing.
So basically just our close group of friends. We're doing a cabin trip with a whole bunch of nightly events planned and, a little barbecue, hot tub, cabin,
Yeah.
That's going to be good.
We got a lingerie night.
We got a lingerie night.
We're live streaming that, by the way.
Party night. We got a black and white party night. For Jail's birthday, we're actually going to the Cayman Islands, which is a month after mine. So mine's April and hers May.
Oh, nice.
And then we have another best friend whose birthday is in June, and she's talking about Mexico. So it's just like...
Ooh, okay, I see.
Right.
It'll be an expensive year.
It's an expensive year. I've saved zero money.
Well, you guys will have fun. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. What did you do for your birthday?
Yeah.
Low key. The last two have been a little more fun than I bargained for. So I wanted to take it real easy. Didn't really do much.
Oh, come on.
I'll do something for 30.
Okay.
All right.
Make it big.
Make it big.
I feel like, what's funny? Like, how does a DJ celebrate things? Because people always go to see you in your workplace technically to celebrate.
Yes.
So how does a DJ celebrate?
When I can finally get to the point that I want to do is I would throw a big show, make it free, everybody come in, get my homies, and we just, play music. That's how I would love to celebrate my birthday.
That's cool. So you want to play music for other people to celebrate your day?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Get it how you
What
get
I love
it.
doing. I feel most comfortable either making music or behind the decks, point blank.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, DJ. So let's do some icebreaker questions.
Okay.
As Soko had mentioned earlier, this just kind of gets the blood flowing, and it's very different from kind of the more personal questions that we'll be asking you during the interview.
Okay.
So the first question for you, and each one of us answer the question. So the first question goes to you right now is, what is your favorite TV show and why?
Shameless. I think.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that show is just so wild and over the top, and I can never predict what's going on. I think that's why I like it, and I'm always laughing the entire time.
Okay.
Sometimes I cry. Like, they got at me with a couple times, and I was just boo-hooing watching Shameless. I'm like, this is supposed to be my happy show.
Yeah, this is like supposed to escape with this show. What are they doing?
I love them. I love that whole family, and they have so many issues. And it could easily have been a Black family, really, but it was amazing.
Yeah,
it was amazing. All right, Soko, what's your favorite TV show? I feel like you have a lot of shows you watch.
I have a lot of shows. But I'm going to go with the one show I always talk about and I always want everyone to watch. I'm going to say BoJack Horseman on Netflix.
Oh, okay. That show's legit. That's a good one.
I love that show. It's so deep and it's kind of dark if you really pay attention.
Oh, totally dark. Yeah.
Yeah. And it just really deals with real life stuff that I, in my personal real life, deal with in a cartoon. Like, if it wasn't a horse and it wasn't animated, that show would be very sad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're like, oh, it's a horse animated. I guess it's a little more lighthearted, but no, you're right. That's a great show.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
So let me tell you a little bit more about Soko, DJ. So whenever you hang out with Miss Soko Rogers, she usually has her iPad, right? Okay. And whenever you're not entertaining her or she does not feel entertained, she is watching 90 Day Fiancé. That is all this woman watches.
Wait, what is that?
Exactly.
Okay.
She watches it. She knows everything about the... Look, she's about to tell you. Go ahead.
I am about to... So real quick, 90 Day Fiancé. It is basically people meet people over the internet, for example, and they meet them for the first time, like overseas, right? So I'm dating someone who lives in Russia. We meet for the first time. And we end up saying we love each other and we want to spend time with each other. But in order for me to bring you to America, you need a K-1 visa, which gives you, that's a fiance visa. And you have 90 days to get married once you're in the States. So they call it 90 Day Fiance.
That's stressful. That's stressing me out right now.
It's so sweet.
She loves that show. But
I do love that show.
I'm gonna let you keep your answer.
I'm going to keep BoJack Horseman. That's like a, it's a good show and I watch it all the time. I'm not going to say it's one of my favorites. It's basic.
I feel like my choice is not as good as yours. Well, what it was, it had like a real high peak and now people are saying it's kind of like going down, but it is the only show that I consistently watch, and that is The Walking Dead.
I knew you were going to say
it. Yeah.
The only show. Because I love zombies and I'm so invested in the characters. Like, I have to say it.
But it's not good anymore, Jay.
But Michonne, a.k.a. Dora Milaje.
It's not good anymore. Walking Dead is dead.
I'm still into it. I'm here for it. I avoid the spoilers and everything. Like, I know I should not go online on Monday. Like, literally.
Oh, no one's talking about it, I promise you. Nobody's talking about it.
You see how she cold-blooded. All right. So the next icebreaker question, Soko, we're going to start off with you. Which would you prefer? 3 wishes over 5 years or 1 wish right now?
3 wishes over 5 years, because what I want right now might not be what I want in 5 years. So I would like to have a span of the wishes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, DJ, what do you think?
I'd say 3 over 5 because I know within the last year, the things I've valued or really, really wanted have changed. And I probably would have wasted the wish. Let me be honest. I don't even know what I'd wish for.
Like, my first wish would probably be something so dumb.
Something superficial.
Yeah, something very superficial. Like, I need 2 more.
I'm going to go, because I got to be different, obviously, because you guys both said it. So I'm going to go with 1 wish over 1 wish right now. And I'm going to make it the best wish of all. I have no idea what it would be. But, like, I would require, like, I need a month to think about it. And then I'm going to come back and get my wish. So I'm going to go with 1 wish because I want it to be the best wish. So the final icebreaker question. This is kind of spooky.
Uh-oh.
And this is for you. Have you seen a ghost or alien before?
This for me?
Yes.
No, but like a part of me wants to see like an alien, but then part of me is going to just freak out.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is there somebody behind you?
There is somebody behind me. She's trying to stay out of the way.
Oh my God.
Say hi.
Yeah.
Hey.
Because she said
that she never saw a ghost, and then I saw a hand reach up, and I was like,
she's dying right now. She's laughing. She was trying to stay. It's my girlfriend who's down here. She's like, I'm going to just creep by.
Hey, girlfriend.
Hey, girlfriend, I swore you were a ghost. Amazing timing.
I saw it too. I was like, it must be an animal. She must have like a dog or something.
I clutched my pearls. Jesus.
That didn't work. That didn't work, girl. Go ahead, just wrap it up. Just get on up. Just get on up and grab whatever you're going to grab and walk on out. Just you mind close that door too real quick? I love you. Thank you.
That is pretty funny.
Okay, so you haven't seen a ghost or alien, right?
No, I have not. But part of me wants to, not necessarily a ghost, but an alien. I think it'd be kind of cool to see.
I agree. Go ahead, Soko. What about you? Ooh.
I
wonder if you've seen a ghost.
No, I don't think I've seen a ghost. I felt like I saw an alien one time when I was taking a shower and I was like 9 years old. So for a long time, like I had a fear of UFOs, and like I would shower with the shower curtain open. So I would make sure like no aliens or UFOs trying to jump in the shower while I was trying to shower. Yes, it was the worst ever.
Well, yeah. Where did you think you saw? You think the alien was in the shower with you?
Yes, behind me, and then it disappeared.
What made you do that?
I don't know. I was 9.
That's creepy.
I always think I see ghosts. Like if I turn my head real fast and like I feel like I see, you know, when you like think you see something, I will stare at that place for like the rest of the night. Like something was definitely there. No, I haven't seen a ghost or an alien. I agree. Meeting an alien I think would be pretty dope. They would probably think that I was like so dumb because I feel like all other life forms are so evolved from humans. Like I feel like we are the lowest form. I really do.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, would love to meet one. Unfortunately, I
all right. Icebreaker question.
That was fun, guys. Okay. Now let's get into this interview. It's going to be hard-hitting questions, by the way.
She's lying.
Get ready. I'm going to ask you about race.
Oh, God. All right.
Oh, man. Okay.
So tell us more about the woman behind DJ Canvas.
Oh, that is a loaded question. I don't even know where to begin.
It is.
I don't even know where to begin.
Some key facts about you. Who are you?
Who am I? I think I'm still trying to figure that out too. I think through my music, I'm trying to share. I'm like, okay, I think this is who I am a little bit here. Here's a little piece of this. Let me share and turn around and kind of look at what I've created and be like, oh, okay, this is who I am. But music has been a part of my life. So I can't even remember the earliest point where I'm like, oh, I love music. It's just always been ingrained. I've always been playing some kind of instrument or been in band or orchestra. And then it just evolved into DJing because that was like learning a new instrument. And man, there's no other feeling like it.
All right.
Well, do you have any other interests aside from DJing and music?
I like whiskey.
Hey.
I mean, my life really does revolve around music and sound design, things like that. I just took up the drums, but again, that's more music. That way I can annoy my girlfriend and just smack on things constantly.
Oh, God.
I'm practicing. I love corgis. That's important. I love corgis.
Okay. They're super cute.
Mm-hmm. That's my dog right there. That is.
You have one?
No, no. But that is the dog I'm going to get.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, I was on YouTube. I was watching some of your videos. And which festival was this? It starts with the O.
Okeechobee, yeah.
That festival where everyone started jumping on the stage with you and you were just protecting your equipment like, back up.
I was like, this is my baby. You'll have a good time. Just don't hit this. Just don't hit this.
That was lit. I was like, damn, I need to be at that festival.
Have you been before to Okeechobee?
No, I've never been to that festival.
Either of you? No?
No.
She's not a festival girl.
Oh, this will change all of that. It will change all of it. I promise. That's a bold claim. I know. But it is, I mean, it's musically diverse. The people are diverse. Just the environment and the energy, it's incredible. It's such a positive place. It's such a friendly place. And I feel so welcome. It feels like home.
So when is it usually? I mean, I didn't mean to jump here yet, but we're jumping now. So when is it usually?
It's the beginning of March, like March 1st, 2nd, whatever that first Thursday, Friday, so-and-so of the year of March is. That's when it happens.
Right. So I just started getting into the festival scene when I moved to Atlanta because I'm originally from Jersey and I moved down here 3 years ago. So I definitely like attend a lot of the festivals down here. One of my favorites down here is Shaky Beats. I love Shaky Beats. That's my fave. I'm not gonna lie. What's your favorite music festival?
I have to say Okeechobee. Really? It really is.
Man, I missed it. March? Oh, I wasn't here. Damn.
Where were you?
I was in Tokyo.
Oh.
But I love festivals, though. I love them so much. You have no idea how much I love going to festivals. It's like my thing. So
what's your favorite festival then?
Who? J. Marie?
Well, you don't really go to festivals.
I said mine is Shaky Beats. I'm sorry,
right.
It's just always a good time for me. I don't know. I always have a blast.
It's definitely a good time.
I wish I went to Tomorrow World. Have you ever been there?
Oh, that was incredible. That was great.
Oh my God, the last one, that was missed it.
Muddy and it was gross. It was bad. It wasn't very good.
And that's why they canceled it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, we're done. We're done with this.
All right. So how did you get started being a DJ? When did that start for you, that path?
Yeah, so when I graduated from high school and came to Atlanta to go to college at Tech, I worked in the music department under work study. And I was like, this is a great job for me because the music department, I'm around all these things, that I love. But I decided I wasn't going to be a part of the marching band or the orchestra. I was tired of that, and my music interest had changed, and I wanted to see what else was out there. And there was this professor who taught this kind of synthesizer, weird modulation class. It was combining technology and sound and music. And so I would, go to his office afterwards and just talk to him about the different ways that you can create sound and make music. And then I had a friend, really a friend of a friend, who introduced me to DJing because I was talking about all this synth stuff and everything. He's like, well, I mean, that's great, but have you ever tried DJing? Because you could get started with that now. Whereas that other synth stuff, it was a little bit more of a learning curve. And it just went from there. I remember buying my first little controller thing for $100. It was plastic. It came from Cornell or something, and just started mixing. And I was terrible. I was awful, but I loved it and got lost in the time. I thought it was 10 minutes. It's really 2 hours. And I was like, okay, there's something to this. Yeah. When you can lose yourself completely in something, it's like, okay, maybe I should explore it a little bit more.
Okay.
If you could go back and give yourself one piece of advice before you started, what would that be?
Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Don't try to play what you think people want you to play. Don't try to make what you think people want you to make. Just be yourself in your unique brand, and you'll attract those who find interest, and vice versa.
Were you not yourself at one point?
No, because I tried to be all right, I like hip hop, but I am not a hip hop head. But I tried to be one, and I tried to spin it, and I could make it work and sound good, but it never really hit me like electronic music did. And I was like, I can't play electronic music. I feel like an imposter, even though that's what I love. Mm-hmm. And so just what I learned on, and I could have saved myself so much time, so to speak, by just starting in the genre that I really loved. But
so who influenced your musical taste?
I'm sorry?
Who influenced your musical taste?
I don't think there's one person that has influenced my musical taste. I think it's a combination of the people that I've met, whether it's from, learning orchestral music, classical music, and having to play it, and then learning jazz and being all these classes. So some of the music professors and teachers there, but overall, it's if somebody's like, hey, have you heard this? And I'm like, no, I'm definitely down to listen to it, check it out. And I can't necessarily pinpoint any of those people who've introduced me to a new song that opened up the door to a new genre, but it's a little bit of everything.
So what instruments can you play? Because you kind of been touching on it, but you haven't said what instruments.
Oh yeah, well, what instruments can I play? Well, hey. So when I grew up, I was first taught trumpet. I'm terrible at it. I would not want to hear me on trumpet. Then I learned euphonium, and I was pretty good at that, but I stopped, and I haven't played it for years. So I'm probably rusty. I can play bass guitar. I'm decent at that. And I mentioned drums, and that's what I'm really like. I got the same feeling as when I started DJing, when I started getting behind a kit and playing, and I was like, wow, this is incredible.
Do you have a drum kit?
I have an E-kit over here. I don't have a full setup one.
What's that? What's an E-kit?
It's like, I wish I could. It's got the little pads, and so it's all you put your headphones on and you can change
okay.
whatever sound, yeah.
do you I know you said you just started, but do you ever incorporate some of those things that you play on that into like some of your sets?
Oh, well, that's the goal. I would love to have a real drum set with the pads and electronic and everything hooked up to my DJ setup and potentially do a set with the live band. That's what I'm aiming towards. But yeah, right now, connected to my computer when I'm producing, making the beats on there, figuring out, all right, how could I play this in the future and what can I do with it?
Dope.
How do you feel? Because I feel like there's like this shift, and maybe I'm wrong. You can correct me. Where DJs, especially like in the hip hop scene, are like producing albums. So they're like getting all these artists to come in, providing them with the beats, and maybe doing the production. And so, how do you feel about where that's going? And are you interested in something like that?
Oh yeah, I love where this is going. And it's more of, the people taking ownership of the total sound design. So not just the verses, but also how, the music behind it, how we're going to package it, how we're going to put it all together. I am all for it. And I think the more people you have, the more creativity that's out there floating, you just have the opportunity for so many different mixing of genres and just new ideas to come about. So I know there's some people who they're like, nah, but I'm totally for it.
Cool.
I mean, what do you think? How do you feel about it?
I think it depends on the DJ. So
yes.
I think DJ Cal is definitely killing it. I mean, DJ Drama has always been doing his thing.
Yeah. DJ Drama's been doing it for a minute.
Yeah. A long time, yeah.
A long time.
Yeah.
Killing it. I feel like DJ Envy has been like doing it for a while.
Okay.
One of his that I actually like.
Yeah. Okay.
He's been doing it for a while. Like he just did a song with Fetty Wap, and I was like, maybe Fetty Wap wasn't the right one to do it.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I love it. I'm all about, especially in the generation we have where like music is so snackable, like all the other content we share. So it's like you hear a new album or a new song and you like it for that week, and then you're waiting for the next song to come out next week. So
yep.
The more the better, really.
Yeah.
It's like feeding the machine at this point.
That is such a great point you said. Music is so snackable. I've never heard it referred to as that, but it's so true. You'll go through a whole album in like a day, maybe 2 days, and you're like, that was great. What's the next thing? Yeah.
And then like in a month it's old, which is
so crazy. It's crazy. Yeah.
I get it.
So you have 2 new singles out yourself.
I do. Those are
on Pi Day.
I love I'm a nerd, so Pi Day is natural.
So, okay, so just because you're a nerd, you're like, let me drop this on Pi Day.
This is a drop a couple right here on Pi Day, yeah.
So assimilating, what's the other one?
Riding is
the one. I really love writing. Like I was listening to it. I was working on my computer. I was like, oh yeah.
That's exactly what I was going for. I'm just riding along with the beat, and that is what I was going for. And the fact that you did that makes me so
yeah, it's literally what I was doing. I was enjoying myself. So we talked about DJs going into like production and kind of controlling that whole sound design process. So you produce your own tracks?
I do. And I've started as a DJ and I've been DJing for about, I'm getting old here, 6 or 7 years now, and really diving into production within the last year and a half.
That's dope. Okay. Is it compared to DJing, is it difficult to produce? I don't know.
Yes. And at least in my opinion and the way I learn, it is so much easier for somebody to, tomorrow say, you know what? I'm gonna be a DJ and start DJing and be able to play parties and do things within a shorter period of time than to produce quality song and then send it out. And people are like, yo, that last song you just made, that was legit. It's the learning curve, I think, is a little bit higher to produce quality anyway.
Have you ever been,
what were you gonna say, Jay Marie?
I was gonna say, have you ever been asked to create a beat for someone to rap over or even sing over?
Yeah, I have, and I've got a couple things I'm working on now. I actually when I first started producing, Home Depot asked me to make a jingle for one of their training videos, and so.
Are you
for real? Yeah. That's really cool.
That's amazing.
Depending on the request and, meet the person, if we vibe and everything, then I'm definitely open to it.
Okay. Wow.
Lots of opportunities coming your way. That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah, I feel it. And so you also have an EP. Can you tell us a little bit more about how that came about and when you started working on that?
Yeah, so the EP, there's a Mo label. It's going to be released with them on July 6th. And last year, maybe the beginning of fall, I had really started working on just like, all right, I'm going to make as many tracks as possible, and I'm going to send them out to the labels that, you know, I want to be a part of and that I look up to and that produce quality music and see what sticks. And so I'm sending things, I'm getting no left and right, like, you don't fit this box, or it's not this, could you make more of that? And my production was getting better with each track that I was sending out. And I sent it to my label. I hadn't heard anything from them for a little bit. And all of a sudden they came back in December and said, hey, this is great. Do you have a few more tracks that you could add to the EP? And by this point, my production skills had grown. And I was like, yes, I can. Let me work on those. And so I put together 4 tracks total, put together 3 more tracks, sent it to them, and they were like, yeah, we love it, and signed with them. So I'm so excited for that. It's going to be weird. It's going to be heavy. It's going to be a little angry at some points, but it's going to hopefully be cathartic when people hear it.
I'm excited to hear it. What platforms are you going to release it, like on iTunes?
Oh, everywhere. iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Google Play.
So July 6th, right?
July 6th, yep.
Foreign Transmissions.
Yes.
Where did you come up with that name?
See, we had the alien conversation. I like to watch like the conspiracy theories and any shows about extraterrestrial life and everything like that. And sometimes when I'm sitting here creating the music, I'm like, I feel like it as though I'm getting the sound in my head from somewhere very, very far away, and it's a very, very foreign sound. So as I'm putting it together, I'm like, Foreign Transmissions just came to me, and I was like, that's gotta be the name of the EP.
Okay, I think it's dope. I like it. I'm excited to hear this EP, to be honest. You're getting.
I hope you enjoy it, or I hope you can hate it too. But as long as it made you feel something, and you weren't just like neutral.
True. Do you ever are you ever fearful of that?
All the time. Absolutely. Because it's a part of me. I'm sharing, and I'm like, it's okay if they don't like it. That doesn't mean they're going to be rejecting you. They just don't like that song. And it's the same thing with DJing. You plan a set, you get ready, you go out there, and you're like, all right, I'm going to throw down. Hopefully I'm getting the crowd interaction right. And the entire time you're like, are they liking this? Are they liking it? Am I liking this? Do I still want to do this? I'm too nervous. Are they enjoying themselves? Right. Am I enjoying myself? So, yeah.
Wow. So I have one question.
Okay.
Take requests. I feel like DJs hate requests, bruh. You saw that meme where the girl's asking for the DJ because she gets stiff-armed in the face?
Yeah, it depends on the situation. I prefer to not have requests. If it's something that's more, I'm like, okay, I'm the DJ here and I'm kind of just working around your event, I'm way more likely to take requests. But if it's something you came up and it's like, okay, we're coming to see this music, I'm less likely to take a request. It also depends on how the question is asked. Versus like, hey, DJ, you take requests? And I'm like, yo, don't come at me like that. Okay, I don't know what you know, I signed my peripheral, I don't know what's happening. Versus like, hey, I know you may say no and that's okay, but I have a song. And if it fits too, sometimes I'll get things out of left field and I'm like, that is not going to work with what's going on right now.
So if I brought you a whiskey and asked you to play Taylor Swift, you wouldn't?
Oh, well, yes, Taylor Swift. It depends. That's rough.
Rough times out here. Do you want the whiskey or not?
I'd be like, man, what kind of whiskey is that?
Is it top shelf?
Yeah, right. Is that top shelf? Is that some Blanton's? Maybe I'll take that.
So you so Soko and I saw you perform at Dinah. So Dinah is like, for those who don't know, it's a huge like lesbian, pretty much like experience out in the desert for 4 days, and it's wild and it's a great time. And if you've never heard of the Dinah Show, you should really go. Yeah. But aside from that, I was kind of wondering how you felt about lesbian nightlife and just kind of like where that's going. Are you still seeing the popularity and even like lesbian nights? Like if you can share just any of your, perspective on that.
No, that's an excellent question. I think it's on the decline, especially at least speaking from the Atlanta perspective. And I don't think we have enough events or enough things going on, and specifically in the lesbian space. Like going to Dinah, that blew me away. I'm like, there's this whole festival full of lesbians. The music is top notch. The production is top notch. People are friendly. They got events back to back. I'm like, why don't we have anything, not necessarily on that level, but anything close to that here. And it's kind of hard when you think, all right, where am I going to go out if I want to go to a lesbian-centric space? There are very few options in Atlanta.
Yeah, very few.
And it's kind of sad, and I don't know if it's because we're not being active enough and pushing for these events, or if the city is, I really don't know if it's not the time, or we had the time, or we didn't maximize it. I'm not really sure. I mean, what do you guys think?
I mean, I think that's a valid point. I think there is a space for it. And I think people are actively looking for that. They want something that's, that woman's safe space where they're around lesbians or queers or whatever. Mm-hmm. There is a space for that. There's so many different types of people here. And I just don't know why it doesn't happen.
Right. Yeah.
So from the Northeast perspective, I think there are a few factors. So, because I think obviously I've thought about this a lot. So, so I think it's that one, gay men spend a lot of money. Gay men spend a lot of money and they love to go out. Yeah. So I feel like they get a lot of the parties because of those factors. I also think that a lot of the party promoters that are running their events are also gay men. So they kind of put that first. So you have like the club owners who want them to be there because they're going to buy drinks, they're going to bring their friends, they're going to spend money. Yeah. And then you have, it's most likely a gay man who's running the show and he wants to represent for his team. And then I think on the second part, kind of like lesbians, not all of us, but we're kind of stereotyped into like our U-hauling. So once we go to the club, we find our woman, then we go and retreat with her. And then we don't go out anymore. So I kind of think that like that plays a role into it. We're less likely to go out and spend money because I think we think a little bit more practically. So it's like if we're going to go and get trashed or whatever and get drunk or like blow a lot of money, we're just going to do it at home. We're going to take it home. Yeah. So I think all those factors kind of play a role. Not to say that we don't want it.
Yeah. Agreed. And let me add on that. I also think, when you go to a gay club, like for example, there's a gay club down here, not club, bar, called Blake's. I love going there. It's a fantastic time every time I go, and everyone's mingling and you're talking to random people. But if you go to a lesbian space that's like that, people are not so friendly. Yes. Everyone's so cliquey.
Yes. Yes. Oh, that drives me wild.
Why are we so cliquey?
I don't know. I think especially the black lesbian spaces.
Yes, especially. Yes. Why are we so cliquey? We can all talk to each other. We can say, yo, dope hat. Yo, like, what's up? Like, where you from? You hanging out tonight? Like, what's going on? Right, yeah. It's none of that.
No, we're not friendly.
And that's why I love Dinah, because Dinah, everybody is like, what's up?
Yes.
Why is that?
So it was incredible. It was everybody was so friendly, and that's a great.
Why is that, y'all? It's mostly white.
Well, let me tell you something.
Let me tell you.
So we went to both type of parties. We went to Crave and we went to Dinah when we went there. And I'm going to say it, guys. I'm sorry, but it's a black people thing. It's a Hispanic thing. We need to get out of our cliques. We need to get out of our space, and we need to talk to people more. Yeah. There's no reason we should not be more friendly.
It's true. I kind of think that white lesbians are, not all of them, I don't want to generalize, but are a little less worried about labels and things too. Because like, within the black and just the women of color that are lesbians, we're so focused on, I'm only going to dance with you if I'm a femme. I'm super femme if you're a stud. Like, why you got to stop dancing with me because I'm wearing a dress too? I could get down. I'll fuck you just as good as she would. But you won't even get to know that. You know what I mean? Like that is you kind of blocking your own blessings. And I think we need, as you said, we just got to be more open with each other. That's a really good point. That's a really good point.
Yeah. Man, I just wish there were more things going on here. You're right. Walking in, I'm like, okay, all right. Just me and she brought the whole squad.
Right,
so I had
exactly. I'm going to just chill with my people over here in the corner with my drink.
Yep. My one, I'm not going to dance. And if I dance, I feel weird dancing. Like, no.
Yeah. You just hit your little two-step. All right, not gonna. It's okay.
Pull out.
It's sad. That's how it is, but it is what it is. And that's not only in Atlanta. That's everywhere when it comes to lesbian bars. And that's why a lot of them don't stay open long. Yeah. A lot of them shut down, and we're losing all our good lesbian bars.
So sad.
So what types of events do you DJ at?
Mm-hmm. So I'm focusing more on festivals now, and then spaces that allow for more musical experimentation. Because I found, I was talking to you guys about this, being myself and playing music. I'm like, hey, this is what I really like and I want to share with you. Hopefully you want to hear, and we go back and forth. hip hop, I like hip hop. I like to listen to hip hop, but me DJing it, I am not the person you go to. And so making sure that I am identifying with, all right, this is what the clientele likes to hear typically. So trying to do more on the electronic scene. Okay. Yeah.
All right. That's dope. So like, I have two questions. So one thing is, what kind of advice would you give like an aspiring DJ?
Well, it's a long haul. So if you really want to do it, if you really want to be about it, just commit to it and get your reasons why you're doing it, because everybody will influence upon you the reasons why you should be doing it, you shouldn't do it, or what parties you should play at it, what you shouldn't. Know what you want to do, know what your goals are and where you want to go with it. And if it's just a hobby, then don't take yourself too seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, true. And you as an individual and DJ Canvas, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I want to be throwing my own festivals, headlining places like EDC Vegas, playing Ultra, doing things like that, back at Okeechobee, and on the festival circuit and doing tours and expanding the show that I have now. So going from just a DJ setup, incorporating live elements, and kind of doing this hybrid bass thing that I'm kind of creating or I'm a part of, and really bringing that hybrid thing to full circle, right? By having a hybrid show. So a little bit of live, a little bit of electronic here and there.
So I have a question, and then I promise we'll let you go.
You guys are good.
You had for me, and I'm for Soko too, because we're in the corporate world. Whenever we want to know how we're performing at our job, so like we get like our yearly review, or you get like a half year review. So as a DJ, how do you know that you're like killing it, or you are picking up steam? Like, how do you know?
It's a struggle sometimes, because there's seasons and ebb and flow, and I am guilty as charged. Is sometimes like, man, I'm not doing X many events, or I haven't produced X amount of singles that I did this time last year. So it gets hard to really evaluate it. But what I've been doing more, and it's going to sound so cheesy, I know, but really, how do I feel? If I feel happy with where I am, if I feel like I'm moving, if I feel like I'm getting the opportunities that I'm seeking, if I feel like I'm checking the goals I've set for myself off, then I know I'm making progress. When I'm feeling stagnant or stuck, regardless, I could be getting the festival bookings I want, but if I'm not feeling good about it, I know I'm not on the right path. So it's a little nebulous as to how I evaluate, how well I'm doing. It's not, a PMP or a check-off sheet, but really how I'm feeling, and then am I closer today than I was yesterday to getting that goal, that 5-year goal, hitting some of those things right there.
I mean, that's perfect. You're pretty much setting your own milestones, and that's what's most important. And I mean, above all else, I just want to kind of congratulate you, because a lot of people don't get to wake up and do what they love, every day, or even half of the month. A lot of people are really miserable. So, celebrate yourself as much as you can too, for bringing joy to others and for finding the joy within yourself for your passion, for sure.
No, yes, I am very, very grateful. I'm very thankful that I can get up and do the thing I love every single day. So try to spread that love.
So here's where you can stick some product promotions. Tell us, remind us of all the things you're working on, what you want people to pay attention to in the next coming months for you.
Yeah, so the big thing for summer is the EP and releasing that with my label. And I'm just excited to share the sounds that I've created that were in my brain floating around, and I dumped onto this EP. I've got a few shows coming up in April 19th, I'll be in Athens playing for Bass Night. And this is all on my Facebook page. On the 20th, I'll be playing Build a Rave, Girl Power. And so it's a lineup where all the headliners are female DJs. And that's just...
Wait, when is that?
Build a Rave, Girl Power. So they've had a few of them before. I played the first one that they've brought back recently in the series. And this next one was postponed to 420. And I'm playing, it's like, oh, okay. But all the headliners are female DJs, and that's just incredible, especially in the music space. It is so male dominated. And to see, them making an effort to book so many awesome, it's going to be really good. So that one I'm really looking forward to. And then April 28th, I'm playing Fantasy Forest. It's a one-day electronic music festival in South Carolina. And that full lineup just dropped today, and I am Subtronics is headlining. I'm honored that I'm on the same flyer. I'm like, okay, we're doing some things. Big things coming up.
All right, that all sounds exciting. I wrote down a couple of the things that I'm definitely attending. Definitely Build a Rave, Girl Power, April. Yeah.
420.
Yep.
And where can they follow you, DJ?
Instagram at DJ Canvas, one word. Facebook, DJ Canvas. Twitter, DJ Canvas. I think it's DJ_Canvas. SoundCloud, DJ Canvas.
We'll put everything there at the bottom. And just to let you know, we'll probably be featuring, most likely we'll be featuring some of your music during the interview as well.
Oh boy.
So if you're listening right now, then you're listening to DJ Canvas. Not only just her speaking and telling her amazing story, but also her music. So thank you so much for joining us, DJ Canvas.
Thank you. And thank you guys for doing this whole podcast, these videos, this series, and highlighting what people in the LGBTQIA community are doing. It's just, we need more of it, more exposure, more coverage, and then people realize, hey, there's people like me doing it, so why can't I do that too?
Right, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, bye.